Guys, are we ready for another video where I yap about books? Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kirtana and I love to talk about books. So today's video is gonna be my October reading wrap up. I read 5 books in October, which honestly for me is kind of less. I always hit like the 10, almost 10 book mark. I don't know why I read so less. I mean, actually I do, but anyway, moving on. So we're gonna get through this really quick, and I thought I would also include all my November TBR hopefuls, books I want to read in November. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So the first book I read in October was If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. I picked this up because I wanted to read like a fall read, and everyone was talking about it on TikTok. Like literally everyone said this was the perfect fall book read, so I had to like pick it up. This follows Cliff and Michelle. Michelle is like a proper city girl, and she has to move to this small town to take care of her family's bed and breakfast for some time. And when she moves there, she meets her hot neighbor, Cliff, who is a single dad of 2 daughters. He's also the town baker. He is the sunshine in the story, and she is the grumpy one. And he kind of helps her navigate having to like run the bed and breakfast on her own and figure out how to like talk to people and be, have this small town charm. This book is set in like the 1970s, so it has this nostalgic kind of feel. Also, everyone told me that if you love Gilmore Girls, you should definitely read this book, which is another reason I picked this up. I can see the Gilmore Girls vibes mostly because of Cliff and his relationship to his daughters, which is very similar to Lorelai and Rory, I want to say. So overall, I thought this was like a cute read. But I only gave this 3.5 stars. It was not amazing for me. I don't know, it could be my fault because I saw so many people rave about this. I really went in with super high expectations, which I don't know if it met. Like, it was a cute read for fall, yes, I agree, and the story was cute, but it was not mind-blowing in any way. I don't think I remember most of it now that I've finished it. I just remember like a little bit of the main characters, but I don't really remember their love or their romance as much. I don't know why. I really think it's because I went in with really high expectations. In any case, I really do think it's a really cute fall read, and I don't find anything like wrong with it. I just don't think it was like mind-blowing, so that's why the 3.5 stars. But if you are looking for a fall read, I would definitely recommend, because it's not a bad book. It's a really cute book. So the next book I read was Riding the High by Paisley Hope, which is the 3rd book in the Silver Pines Ranch series. Each book follows one of the siblings in the family. So this book follows Cole and Ginger. Cole is the town sheriff. He's also a single dad, and Ginger is like a school teacher. So she and Cole have been like secret best friends throughout their whole life, right? So nobody knows about this. On the outside, whenever they meet people, they just tend to like rile each other up, and they're always arguing, and people think they're enemies. But they have been like secret friends forever. And one weekend when they all go to Las Vegas for like a family event, so Cole and Ginger, after one too many drinks, accidentally get married. So that's like the premise of the story. It's really cute. I actually really enjoyed the story. It has friends to lovers. It has like a marriage of convenience. She also becomes a live-in nanny for Cole, so she ends up living with them. So first proximity. So yeah, I actually had a really good time. I gave this book 4 stars. It was a fun time. I really liked reading it. I'm actually really excited for the next book to come out too. I think the siblings stories are over, and the rest are going to be like friends. I think there are 2 more books coming out in this series. The next book I read was 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This book follows Shane and Eva, who met when they were in high school. They met each other and they were together for like 7 days, and then they had no contact for 15 years. And now 15 years later, they meet again. Now they're like successful authors. This is a second chance romance, and it is so beautiful. I love this book so much. We kind of get to see them fall in love in the past and in the present. The way it's written, it is just, oh my god, I loved this book so much. Even though they haven't been in contact for like 15 years, they were still like, in all their books, they were like writing about each other, which I thought was so precious. Eva's also a single mom now, so I loved seeing the relationship between Shane and her daughter. That was also really beautiful. I gave this book 5 stars. I actually picked this up from the library, and now I definitely need one for my shelf as a trophy because I love this book that much. If you like second chance romances, I would definitely say give this a go. Even if you don't like second chance romances, I really think that you should read this because it might change your mind. It was just a very beautiful love story. So the next book I read was Alchemist by Senden Yu. I'm not going to talk too much about this book because I actually posted an entire reading vlog of reading this book and my reviews. So if you haven't checked it out, I'll link it on the screen here for you. But anyway, so I'm just going to keep this short. I loved this book. This was 6 stars for me. Got tear. I cannot stop thinking about this book. These characters are going to live with me forever and ever and ever. I really enjoyed this and I will forever recommend this to everybody. But please check your trigger warnings before you do because this is a dark fantasy, but it is beautiful. And the last book I read in October was Mate by Ali Hazelwood. Let me just start off by saying that Bride was one of my favorite books ever. I rated that book 5 stars. I have reread it like 3 times by now. I really enjoyed that book. It is the second part of that series, but it follows a different couple from the first one. I still do think you need to read Bride before you read Mate because the characters in Bride show up a lot in this and the characters in Mate are first introduced to us in Bride. So I do think just for the continuity of the story, you definitely do need to read Bride before Mate. But I don't think you'll regret it because Bride was beautiful. This book follows Serena and Cohen. Serena is hybrid, so she's half human and half wolf, and Cohen is a werewolf who is the alpha of his pack. And if you haven't guessed already, they are mates. So that is the premise of the story. It's actually really cute. I love the banter in this one. I love Serena's humor and her sarcasm. It's actually really funny to read about them talking to each other. I was actually laughing out loud. I enjoyed this book, but I gave this book 4.5 stars. I did not enjoy this as much as I enjoyed Bride. I don't know why. I think there was just like something somewhere missing. If you ask me what it was, I don't think I can put it in words, but it was just like something. I just felt like Bride was a teeny bit better. That being said, I did still enjoy this book, and I could read another 10 books about Cohen Alexander. It was a cute, fun time. Like if you are a vibe reader like me, I think you would definitely like have a good time with this one. The spice in this was really good, like Bride also. I really do like Ali Hazelwood's fantasy writing. I wish that she writes more because I would definitely eat it up. So that's all I read in October, and now for November I have a few books that I want to get through. This may be ambitious considering I only read 5 books in October, but I'm just hoping I get through them. If I don't, I don't, but let's see. So I want to show you everything I'm planning to read in November and talk about these books too. The first book I want to read is Fallen and the Kiss of Dust by Carissa Broadbent. This is the 4th book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, which I actually really love this series. So this series is also written like duologies. The first 2 books follow one couple, the next 2 books follow another couple. So this is the 4th one. This is the end of the 2nd duology. That is a Shadowborn duet. This follows Misha and Asar. I can't tell you too much about it because obviously it'll be a spoiler for book 1 of their duet. I started this already. I've just read a little bit. I haven't read too much. So this will for sure be completed this month. I want to read Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. So I read Phantasma in September, I want to say. I really liked that book. I gave that 4.5 stars. So I think I'll really like this too. I've heard a lot of people like this one better than Phantasma. I don't know much about this book. I just know that it follows the sister of the main female character from Phantasma. I think she gets like stuck in this manner also where she has to survive, like the only way out is to survive. So on the back I kind of feel like it reads a little bit like the movie Ready or Not, but yeah, I'm excited to see where this one goes because I really enjoyed the first one and I think I'll really like this too. Another fantasy for this month, I want to read The Wolf King. I actually have heard so much about this. I know this book has also been picked up for traditional publishing. I ended up getting my copy from Amazon because they had like some sale a couple of weeks back. I know the second part is out already, but I don't have it yet. The other things I know about this book is basically I think they're all werewolves, obviously, and I know it's a love triangle, so I'm excited to see which side I'm going to be on and where this goes. But everyone's been having a really good time reading this and I just want to like join in on that. So next I want to read Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Allerton. This is a memoir. This is my book club pick for this month, so I will definitely get through this. For years, I saw this book all over Instagram on many people's videos recommending books you should read before you turn 30. And I never got around to it, but I've heard good things, and I'm so glad my book club picked it up because that kind of like forces me to read it. Switching it up a little to romance, I also want to read Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish. I know this is like a fall read and we're kind of moving away from it now, but this was on my TBR last month and I didn't really get into it, and I want to read it this month because I feel like once this month passes, I don't know if I'm going to read it in December because it's going to be all like holiday books and stuff. So I really want to finish this year. And also, guys, I'm in love with how cute this book is. Like, look at that. Look at the sprayed edges. It is so pretty. I love it so much. I don't know again much about this book. I know it's a billionaire romance, also small town, and I think I've seen a few people mention that it's insta love, which is not my favorite trope, but I'm not against reading it. I'm still fine. I will read it. And sometimes I think it's cute if it's done like well. The last book I have on my TBR for this month is The Defender by Anna Huang. I literally just picked this up like a few days back. I am an Anna Huang stan, right? I love all her books. I don't think I've hated like anything I have read by her. I have read the Twisted series completely. I have read the Kings of Sin series, like I've read all of them till King of Envy, which was the last one that came out, and I have read The Striker, which is the first part in this series. They're all interconnected standalone, so you can technically read them alone. So this one's a football romance, same like the first one in the same series. If I'm not wrong, this follows the brother of the FMC from the first book. I actually enjoyed the first book. I did not hate it. I know a lot of people are not a huge fan of this series so far, but I did not hate the first book. I actually really had a good time with it, and I think I might like this one too. That's why I picked it up. Honestly, anything she writes, I kind of just love, right? So I feel like I will like it. Also, do you want to see the artwork? Look at that. I love this. This is so cool, right? Artwork in books always just get me all the time. That was everything I read in October and everything I want to read in November. What is on your TBR for November? Let me know down below. I would love to get more book recommendations. And if you don't already, follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok for more book content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!